All right, guys, today is Photoshop Day. We're going to learn the basics of Photoshop. To start with today, just to show you a few of the areas of Photoshop, we have the toolbar over here on the left. It is a vertical toolbar. On the top, each time you click on a tool, let's click on the first one, the arrow tool, you'll see the properties of that tool. Here is our drop-down menu for different choices. Over here I have the color palette, the styles palette, and the layers palette. If you need anything additional that you're not seeing over here, you always just click on Window and open up whatever you're looking for. Okay? All right, to start with, we're going to import, or open, I should say, our picture. I'm going to open our brick wall. We collected this yesterday. To do that, you click on File, Open. Go to your folder by clicking on Computer. Once you click on Computer, you click on your data drive, open up your folder, and under your Photoshop folder and images, you're going to open up your brick wall. Remember that our brick wall was 1920 by 1080. It should fit perfectly in your screen. If you want to zoom in or zoom out, you hold down the Control button and push minus to zoom out or plus to zoom in. Once you have it just like so, we're going to click on the text tool. It is located right down here, but before we do that, we need to make a copy of the background. We don't want to mess with our initial background because it's by default locked. To make a copy, you just take your mouse and hold it down and come over here over the layer button and let go. Okay, now we actually have two copies. You know that because if I move this, you can see two copies behind, or another copy behind it. I'm going to undo that, which a shortcut for that is Control Z. Once I get it the way I want, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the background by clicking on the eyeball. You know it's off because if I move this, we see the canvas behind it. That area back there is called the canvas. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the text tool, and I'm going to go ahead and type my wall up here. So I'm going to call it my wall. Let's just call it Mr. Wickwars Wall. Catchy. Okay, once we get it the way we want it, I'm going to center it. And then I'm going to highlight it with the text tool and show you all a little fancy trick here. This is called the warp text tool. If I click on this button, I can choose all these different shapes. I'm going to choose the arc tool. Let's just adjust this arc just a little bit, and then click OK. So let's see if you can create some arc text. Once you click your arc text, let's go ahead and add a style to it. You do that by scrolling down these styles right over here. Okay, the styles I'm going to choose, and you can adjust all these windows if you can't see them. I'm going to click on Text Effects. And under Text Effects, just click on these until you find one you like. I kind of like that cut through one, so I'm going to use this. Move it just a bit. And now I'm ready to import a picture. To import a picture, I'm just going to go over to File again and open it. The first picture I'm going to import is my music. My favorite group, of course, is the Eagles. Now notice it pulls the Eagles open in its own tab, so I can tab back and forth between my two pictures. I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of the background of the Eagles pictures, just like we did on the background of the brick. Once I have my copy of the Eagles, I'm going to turn off the original background by clicking on the eyeball, and then I'm going to move this layer over. Watch how I do this. I just hold down my mouse. I move over to the other tab. As you can see, my mouse has a little plus sign on it. It's because it's carrying that picture. I let go. Kabam. Okay, there is my picture. To resize it, I go up to Edit. I choose Free Transform, which will apply some grab bars. Stretch this down to the size I want, trying to keep the picture still looking normal, not stretching it in other words. Make it about that size because we're going to put all kinds of stuff all over this wall. And then I'm just going to title it. Okay, the way I'm going to title it is I'm just going to make this font a little smaller. Probably needs to be about 40. And I'm going to put favorite musician. Or let's just call it, yeah, let's say musician. Or you could even just call musical group, how about? Some of you guys may have a musical group, or maybe you have a musical individual, I don't know, or musician, so it's kind of up to you. All right, and if you need to move that picture at all, you can just click on the picture over here. You got to click on the right layer and then just move this guy over. Okay? Now, I'm not going to go do all three, but what I want y'all to do is have your title, a warp text title, your favorite musical group or musician, your favorite food, okay, and or restaurant. I'll take either one, and then your favorite movie or TV show. Okay, so when you're done, you should have those things. Check the requirements up on the overhead. Remember to ask your partner to your left or right if you have questions. Then even maybe do a search for it. But if you have a question, of course, you can always ask me if you get stuck. And good luck. Have a good time. Take it easy. We'll see you later.